You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the Minister for Grand Bahama delivers her contribution in the House of Assembly for the Intellectual Properties Compendium. Plus, the Grand Bahama Power Company say more outages are expected and explains why. And the search is on for a popular Haitian music artist. We have the details. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Separate in their own right, the Copyright Bill 2024, Patents Bill 2024, Trademarks Bill 2024, Registrar of Companies Bill 2024, and Registrar of Records Bill 2024 are all interconnected and indeed revolutionary.
It's a major legislative push poised to revolutionize the creative and economic landscape of the Bahamas. Good evening, I'm Azure Quant. Thank you for tuning in. The Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, supporting the intellectual property compendium bills in the House of Assembly today. These bills are expected to provide comprehensive protection and incentives for Bahamian creatives.
This action-oriented Davis Group administration is yet again fulfilling a pledge made in our Blueprint for Change to incentivize creatives to obtain intellectual property for their creations.
Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, highlighting the transformative potential of 5 critical bills in the House of Assembly: the Copyright, Patents, Trademarks, and Registrar of Companies Bill, along with the Registrar of Records Bill 2024. These interconnected pieces of legislation provides a robust framework to support and safeguard the works of Bahamian creatives, offering them legal protection and the opportunity for financial gain.
The collective impact of these 5 bills will be far-reaching for Bahamians, from Grand Bahama in the north to Inagua in the south. These bills are key ingredients to making this happen and a catalyst to creating new economic model for culture and the creative industry in the Bahamas, whilst leveling the playing field to ensure greater equity for Bahamians.
The global creative economy, known as the Orange Economy, represents 3.1% of the world's GDP and 6.2% of employment, according to the Inter-American Development Bank and UNEXO. The minister emphasizes that these industries are pivotal for economic growth and job creation.
The Orange Economy, also known as the creative economy, encompasses the raw materials from creativity, arts, and culture. It involves an immense wealth of talent, intellectual property, interconnectedness, and cultural heritage. It covers a range of opportunities across the arts, heritage, media, and creative services, and operates directly as a creative value chain. The creative economy embraces the visual arts and again is a significantly growing contributor to GDP and to business and employment in countries.
According to the minister, Grand Bahama's recent Welcoming Home and 51st anniversary of independence events, showcasing local talents across various fields from music to fashion and visual arts, she notes that it demonstrates the power and potential of the Orange Economy.
Each of these intellectual property bills are the essence of a new day. A new day to not simply recover and rebuild, but to also revolutionize, to empower, to transform, and to positively impact the lives of our people.
Well, Grand Bahama Island is set to receive a significant airlift boost this fall 2024, further enhancing the unprecedented airlift growth experienced this summer. The announcement was made through a press release by the Ministry of Tourism. Matthew Martinborough has more in this report.
After a historic 33% jump in foreign air travels in 2023, Grand Bahama has already surpassed the number by another 8% within the first 5 months of 2024, with even higher expectations to exceed pre-Dorian figures entering the upcoming autumn months. In a press statement released by the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Chester Cooper, says our priority to focus on increasing airlift into Grand Bahama is a sign of our commitment to this community and our product partners, as we continue to position the island to benefit from the significant investments in its project pipeline. The statement adds that we continue to explore these new markets for Grand Bahama, as well as position the island for return service from both local and legacy airlines. Following the re-emergence of international services from Sunwing Airlines and Albator Airlines on the island this past June. Western Air is also included in the fray as they are launching direct flights to Fort Lauderdale from Freeport as of August, with more to follow.
We have a tentative start date of Thursday, August 22nd. Of course, we are finalizing some things, and we look forward to making further announcements as to when passengers can expect to be able to book. Hopefully that will be by the end of July.
Now, American Airlines has announced that they are suspending its Miami to Freeport services in September and will resume October 3rd with daily flights, then escalating to twice daily in November. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Thank you, Matthew Martinborough. Well, in other news, over the past few weeks, the Grand Bahama Power Company has been experiencing a series of power outages throughout the island. Nikita Mullings, Chief Operating Officer at GBPC, explains why these outages are happening and what they are doing to rectify the problem.
About 3 weeks ago, we would have advised our customers that we were still in preparation of returning our largest unit back to service. However, we have been challenged with having that unit return to service, and it has been delayed due to unforeseen equipment failure. We do have a team that arrived on island this morning of subject matter experts, operators, equipment manual users that have arrived to help us to be able to expedite, assess, and repair our largest unit and return it to service within the week. Anytime we experience the loss of any other generational units, we do run the load of a reduced generation availability compared to the peak load that our customers are using. When this happens, our customers do unfortunately experience an outage.
The Grand Bahama Power Company is now advising the public that they are experiencing a generator shortfall that can result in more temporary power outages.
For our customers, we do want to advise our customers that if you do experience a power outage today, it will be no longer than 2 hours, as we do want to ensure we are providing relief to all of our customers. If customers do experience an outage, it would be possibly between the hours of 4 to 12 midnight. We would encourage customers, if you are able, appliances within the home that consume the most power, things like your water heaters, we would encourage you to turn those off. Those help to conserve energy and provide some relief to the grid.
Now, for appliances that may be impacted during these power outages, the Grand Bahama Power Company encourages customers to visit the website to fill out damage claim forms for the loss of the items. Well, police on the island of Abaco are investigating the disappearance of 32-year-old Haitian rapper Wens Jonathan Desir, who goes by the name Mackins T. According to reports, the Creole rapper has been missing since July 4th, 2024. Jolanda Thompson-Everest has the details in this report.
Haitian rapper Wens Jonathan Desir, better known as Mackins T, has been missing since July 4th, 2024, while on vacation in Abaco. The Creole rapper is known for his hit song Nap Canbe Creole for We're Holding On. Mackins T was booked to perform at a local business establishment called the Greenhouse on Essie-Boodle Highway in Abaco on May 18th. According to his production manager, Chero Charadingt, after the performance, Mackins T decided to extend his stay on the island for a mini vacation. Charadingt mentioned that the Haitian rapper was enjoying himself in Abaco. However, a few days later, communication with the rapper began to dwindle, causing concern among his team.
Actually, he went out to the Bahamas. He had a gig, a show on the 18th. He was there with his brother, and also he was there with, obviously, his DJ. So once the show was over, he decided to stay behind in the Bahamas for like a vacation time and kind of cool off. He normally does this whenever he goes to the DR, so nothing weird about that.
Sheridan delves deeper and mentions when things started to get strange.
We started getting worried around the 7th for me when we have not heard from him. And then it was getting the same messages from his brother. But I was kind of cool off because I'm like, it's Mitch. So sometimes you don't hear him a day or two or whatever. He's not someone that's very, vocal outside of music.
The production manager noting that their last conversation took place on July 4th at 10:30 in the morning when Mackens T commented on one of his WhatsApp statuses. Since that interaction, Sheridan has not heard from the rapper.
We've reached out to all the Haitian authorities. We've been calling, once this started to come out, people were talking about it. We've got information that he may be in the U.S. We've made contact there, nothing. We've been calling Abaco, we call Fox Hill. We've been calling anywhere in Nassau, immigration for his information, and we're not getting any.
Entrepreneur and owner of the greenhouse, Samuel Hyacinth, booked the famous rapper to perform at his business establishment. After learning about his disappearance, he believes someone has to know about his whereabouts.
I think it was like, 6 of them. And two of his brothers. Yeah, his brothers every time too. And then my cousins, and then his DJ. And then my cousins, which is my cousin manager, which is Marshall manager.
ZNS News team reached out to Abaco police, who say that the matter remains under active investigations. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson Everest.
A monument to remember the lives lost during Hurricane Dorian restored. We'll tell you more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, returns.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this one, sis.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CD. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Get ready for the Bottle in the Bahamas karaoke contest at Port Lacaya Market Square. Preliminary trials are July 19th at 7 p.m. and the main event is July 26th at 7:30 p.m. For more information, call 438-9056.
Hands Across Grand Bahama presents its 19th annual prayer walk under the theme Praying for the Supernatural Move for Missing Persons. August 3rd at 6 a.m. Walk starts from the corner of AID to the International Bazaar. The prayer of the righteous availeth much. This event is hosted by Evangelist Elmore Smith.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared. Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. A monument bearing the names of the Hurricane Dorian victims is now restored after being destroyed earlier this year due to a single vehicular accident. The island staple was placed at the Sir Jack Hayward Bridge in 2020 to commemorate the lives lost by the deadly storm. Sarah St. George, Vice Chairman of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, and a group of companies expressing excitement about the mural being revitalized.
All felt it was incredibly important to get this piece back up for the community. We know it's a landmark, and we are approaching the 5th anniversary of Hurricane Dorian. And of course, we go into a new storm season. So it was, for us, it was a matter of priority to make sure that the base was worked on and to get everything back in place before the summer really got underway and before the August holidays. So
now that the monument is repaired with a stronger structure, the team is now strategizing ways to keep the mural safe.
Foundation, add reinforcement of steel, and then re-pour the area to provide some structural integrity to the damaged structure.
The team has already reviewed a few schematics in order to improve the surrounding area. Traffic railings, we may have some cameras that come about later on.
Port officials are now appealing to motorists to drive with due care and attention to prevent incidents like this. Well, it was not an easy journey for this young man who grew up in a small settlement in East End. After failing BJCs and BGCSEs and not being accepted into college on his first try, his drive and persistence did not stop him from furthering himself. In this report, we hear how his journey from a small town has propelled him to greater heights, and now he stands as senior magistrate. Here's Jay Philippe with that report.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
LaQuay Lang grew up in a small settlement in East End called Gold Rock Creek, also known as the Missile Base. He lived there with his parents and 5 siblings, and they attended Freetown Primary School.
I grew up in a very little small humble house, a 2-bedroom wooden clapboard house. And I told my story of when I did grow up. It was a wooden house, and when it rained, the house would leak. It was built on blocks, and there was no electricity, there was no running water, there's no telephone. And we didn't even have a vehicle at the time.
Using outside hand pumps and kerosene oil was the way of life for the Lang family, as they had no electricity. LaQuay Lang later moved to Hawksbill Junior High and says the transition was not easy.
I took BJCs in the 9th grade. I took 6. I failed them. I got a D and a C. That's all I got out of 6. And then I went on to the 10th and 11th grade, and I graduated from Jack Hayward High School in '97. But when I graduated from there, I took 8 BGCSEs, and I got 3 E, 3 F, a D, and a C. So it was very difficult for me finding a job and even getting into COB.
That did not stop him from pursuing his dreams. He worked in the construction field for a while, then enrolled in college prep classes for a year before being accepted into the College of the Bahamas. Many days while attending COB, Lang often hitchhiked a ride home on late nights. Once he completed his college locally, he later attended the University of Buckingham in England.
I didn't have any monies, and I think when I was about to go to law school, I had like $1,000, and school was opening in another month, and I didn't know where the monies were coming from, but I just gave it a try. Let me see how far I will go.
Called to the bar in 2007, he later founded his own firm, Westminster Law and Chambers, in 2010. In 2017, at the age of 27, LaQuay Lang was appointed as the stipendiary and circuit magistrate for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. In 2023, he was promoted to senior magistrate.
I want to say to persons who may not be successful performing well in high school, it doesn't matter so much that you didn't get your BGCSEs. If you're 16 or 17, you're a juvenile, you're still a kid. So when you get 25, 35, you become a new person. That's a whole nother lifetime. And you can still do anything you want. If you're really determined, you're really passionate, you can go after it.
The journey was not easy, but through hard work and perseverance, Magistrate LaQuay Lang has pushed through the hardship and defied the odds. Today, he is an example that anything is possible. If you can see it, you can be it. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jay Philippe.
It's time now for a check on sports. Jay, the BOC's announcement of the team that will represent the Bahamas at the 2024 Paris Olympics causing quite the stir on social media. I understand you spoke with the president?
That's right, Aja. We did speak with the BOC President, Romel Fish-Nose, but we also spoke with the athlete, LaCarthia Cooper herself. Don't go away. Sports is next, right after this break.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
It's your time to taste the grand life at the newly restored Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill at Grand Lucayan. Grand Bahamas premium sports bar, hangout, and entertainment hub. Available for special events. Stop in 7 days a week and join the successful business professionals, sports fanatics, foodies, and friends at the most pristine stretch of beachfront in Freeport. The ultimate party spot. Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill. Now open 7 days a week. Sunday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to midnight. Special guest artists from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. There's also Karaoke Friday and Friday and Saturday. Happy hour. Drinks and food special at Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill. Located at Grand Lucayan.
Call us today to book your parties, weddings, and special events.
At Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill.
Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill.
Here are some tips for having your home ready for a hurricane. Keep all trees and shrubs trimmed. Bring in all outdoor furniture, plants, or any other items that may become airborne due to high winds. Cover windows and doors with hurricane shutters or pre-cut plywood. Clear drains and gutters. And remember to secure important documentation in case you have to evacuate. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
Health officials announced early on that the curve of the flood.
2 and Q. At a fire erupted in Atlantis.
All of the victims have lost their lives.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. Well, it's a hot topic in track and field between LaCarthia, the B3As, and also the BOC. Let's take a look. Grand Bahamian national athlete LaCarthia Cooper was surprisingly left off the list of the track and field Olympic team after finishing in the top 3 of the 400 meters at the Nationals ahead of 16-year-old Shania Adley, who finished 5th in the same race. However, Shania ran in the World Relays 2 months ago, helping secure a spot in the 4x4 mixed relay team.
When I told them I couldn't come, they say it was fine, like they gonna find someone else. But I mean, I tried my best to even like come and represent my country, but my coaches wouldn't let me because I had exam. I would have exam that Monday. I would be coming back from relays.
After being disappointed about the decision, Cooper and her supporters became vocal. Within hours, she received a phone call from president of the BOC, Romel Fish-Nose.
I got a phone call from the president of the BOC, and he was telling me that he would still take me, but I wouldn't be like he said I wouldn't be a spectator, but he would take me to be with athletes in the village and stuff like that. So I still wouldn't compete, but I would be there with them. I mean, I'd rather be in Paris than to be home. I'd rather be with the team either way, because I mean, I would still support them, even if I ain't on the team. I ain't the type to not support them. I'm happy for them still, so I'm gonna support them and I'm gonna still go.
With the Olympic Games just 9 days away, Cooper finds herself in a tough spot.
If I'm sure that they would let me run, I probably would still train. I still could be fit, but like, I don't know. I mean, I would hope that they would have to call on me, but not really.
She's not thrilled about the idea, but still supports Team Bahamas.
He probably calling me to let me know the real, because nobody really did speak to me yet. So him calling me, I appreciate him reaching out and talking to me and telling me whatever it was. And I mean, yeah, I feel a little better since he speak, you know.
Since then, President of the BOC speaking out on the dilemma.
Let me pause to apologize emphatically to Eleuthera and to her mother, her fan base, her friends, and the people of Grand Bahama and the Bahamas by extension. Eleuthera was not taken off a list. The list that was in the public domain was premature at best. The reality is, the head rules that was mentioned does not apply to the release. And this was confirmed in a meeting that was held by the Beach Rays executives over the weekend. I have spoken to the family of Eleuthera. I've spoken to Eleuthera herself, and we are making preparations for her to enjoy the Olympic experience.
Ladies and gents, that is a quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
It's time now for a check on your local weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Stay with us. Our Facebook friend of the day is up next.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be a risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody
does it better.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Shanice Cox, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We're wishing you a happy birthday. We do hope you're enjoying. Also, a very special happy birthday going out to Crystal Stubbs. We pray you continue to stay vibrant and radiant. And a happy 20th work anniversary going out to our colleague, the boat and the seaman who works full-time on the water. and part-time at ZNS, Roger Russell. Congratulations. Now, this just in, officers from the Royal Bahamas Police Force, RBDF, and BASRA are currently searching for 32-year-old musical artist Mackenzie Wentz Jonathan DeSere, also known as Mackenzie T. On Tuesday, July 16th, police in Abaco received unconfirmed reports that he could be missing at sea. While there are no official records of DeSere entering or leaving the country, he was reportedly seen performing at a local nightclub on May 18th, 2024 for Haitian Flag Day. And that is going to do it tonight for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire Northern Edition team, I'm Azure Quant, but don't go anywhere. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, just ahead of the passing of the historic marijuana bill, the Christian Council sounds the alarm on recreational use. The election results are in. Sherry Benjamin will hold on to the reins of BCPOU leadership for another 3 years. Plus, it's a tale of the happy Dolphin here at Atlantis. Our Devontae Hanna has the details. And in sports, it's official. The Bahamas' Olympic track team has been named, and it will head out to Paris. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now.
Live from the Atlantis Resort on Paradise Island, this is the Bahamas Tonight.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Well, you're looking at drone footage of just a smidgen of what the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort offers. Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinder, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. Topping the news tonight, while the thorny cannabis bill was read for a second time in the lower chamber, the Bahamas Christian Councils urged the Davis administration to consider suspending its debate and passage. That bill passed earlier today. The council emphasizing in a press release earlier today also that while it supports cannabis legalization for medicinal use only, it objects to marijuana for recreational use, and this despite the bill not speaking to this, the decriminalization of small amounts of marijuana and the development of a cannabis industry. Now, the senior clergyman believes the government should publish all research and data identifying the impact decriminalization or the legalization of marijuana would have on society, especially the youth, and how a cannabis industry would influence our way of life. Without these initiatives being shared with the country, the council claims it cannot support the cannabis bill and regulations in its current form. Here's Christian Council President Bishop Delton Fernanda.
This is the second government maybe brushing off something that was on the desk and bringing it forward as if it's brand new. But this is not what initially was presented in terms of medical marijuana. This has moved into moving things, categories. So we wanted to express at the council that the only thing we were really prepared to support was medical marijuana for those who are sick and in need of this vital medicine.
Now, in a release, in response to the Christian Council, the Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Michael Darvo, released a statement this evening assuring the BCC and the public that the legislation includes strict regulations and controls. Well, still on legislative news, the Davis administration's also moving to protect the intellectual property of Bahamian musicians, filmmakers, and creators by way of amendments to that law. Deputy Prime Minister
Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper, leading debate today on a compendium of bills intended to reform, strengthen, and modernize the national approach to protecting international property, allowing, among other things, creatives to receive royalties or compensation for their works that are used. The bills include the Registrar of Company, Copyright, Trademark, Patent, and the Registrar of Records bills.
These bills will be transformative and have been called for decades. In simple terms, the work of creatives like musicians, authors, visual artists, photographers, filmmakers, playwrights, content creators, as well as innovators in research and technology and related industries will be better protected. We will also now have 2 digitally equipped standalone companies and records registrars that will better meet the needs of the general public.
He says the country is serious about competing and needs a robust IP framework to do so. Minister Cooper says the bill also creates opportunities for Bahamians and artists overseas, adding the days of knockoff goods and souvenirs will be over.
The bills, therefore, before us today will lay the foundation for the protection of the creative output of local individuals and entities, whilst encouraging fair competition as our entrepreneurs and creatives pave the way forward to the new Bahamian economy. And these bills modernize our approach, as I've said before, to addressing copyright, trademark, and patent protections, including areas like geographical indications, false trade descriptions, and new plant varieties.
Well, imagine living, if you will, with limited water and power supply during these brutal summer months. Well, that's exactly what Eleuthera residents have had to endure, and basically they're fed up. But tonight, there's some good news. LaDawn Davis picks up the story from here.
Much needed relief on the way for Eleuthera residents who have been frustrated from the weeks-long water and electricity problems there. The Member of Parliament for Central and South Eleuthera and Minister of Works and Family Island Affairs, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, lamented Wednesday that he understands the utility situation on the island of Eleuthera is dire, and the lack of these essential services has caused heat and mental exhaustion and long-term health challenges for residents who have suffered in silence for months. He unleashed some of the measures his team is working on to fix this dilemma once and for all.
So today, the barging of over 100,000 gallons of water to Eleuthera will be there within the day to fill the storage tanks. And water and sewage will continue to do this until they regain full production of the plants. The 1 million imperial gallon tank at the Naval Base site is being finalized with pipes that arrived on the island last week and should be completed within a month. This 1 million imperial gallons should be able to last for 4 days if there is another issue in regards to water production.
Minister Sweeting, who is also a resident of Eleuthera, says an additional water unit containing thousands of gallons of water will also be shipped to the Island of Freedom from the nation's second city in a few days.
We look to correct that as well as a new desalination containerized unit of 600,000 imperial gallons. It's in Freeport and will be shipped to Eleuthera within the week. Preliminary work is being done on the Naval Base site to accommodate this unit as soon as it arrives. These initiatives should bring some normalcy in regards to water and sewage.
Now, when it comes to the electricity issue, Sweeting says customers can expect some relief sometime next week.
We anticipate that the parts for the engine in Harbor Island will be installed and the unit will be operable by late Wednesday today, and this will lessen the load of the Hatchet Bay Power Station, which will improve the supply to the entire island of Eleuthera.
Sweeting says this is a legacy issue and is not satisfied with the current state of utilities on the island of Eleuthera. However, he says every effort is being made to fix it. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
Well, thanks, LaDon. While we're on infrastructure, roadways, sidewalks, and highways on Eleuthera getting a complete overhaul. Bahamas striping group of companies spearheading a major road improvement exercise on that island. The project expected to fix decades-long decays. Desmond Saunders has more.
The daily commute for Eleuthera residents and guests should be a bit more smoother and easier. I'm standing here at the Caribbean Pavement Solutions asphalt plant here in Rock Sound, Eleuthera, where workers are getting ready to pave and construct 163 miles of corridors and roads from Bannerman Town to Hatchet Bay, Eleuthera.
We've done some data collection and we will be improving the horizontal and vertical alignment of the roadway. If you look at the condition of the roads in Eleuthera, they don't meet the 21st century standards. So we have a design component where we will be using international standards to design and construct the roads to meet international standards.
Our news team getting a preview of the scope of works to be completed.
Okay, this section of the roadway here, which is about almost 3 miles long, is our first start. We are preparing the base and about to place asphalt here. We are in the Freetown community, the subdivision. Formerly it was called Deep Creek, but I understand the name is changed to Freetown. So we are paving this section of the road going all the way down to the end, and also at the school on the other side.
We have 70 miles of internal settlement roads and 90 miles of highway.
For residents, the transformative upgrades to infrastructural roads in Eleuthera was a long time coming.
The potholes on Eleuthera have been an issue for a very, very long time. And me personally, I was tired of having to buy new tires just about every other week. So new roads would definitely benefit all of Eleuthera.
I feel it will make a huge difference for the safety first of the people here. When you are driving, I mean, it was a lot of accident. I'm here only since 2 years and 6 months.
Bahamas striping group of companies getting some additional help from 2 local subcontractors, welcomed relief for residents, and a big boost for the local economy and tourism in Eleuthera. Desmond Saunders, Bahamas Tonight.
In other news this evening, Minister of State in the Office of the Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for South and Central Andros, Leon Lundy, today confirming that approvals have been given for a controversial Athol Island project. Member of Parliament for St. Anne's, Adrian White, for a second time demanded the government name the developer responsible for the project being done in a marine protected area after he says constituents alerted him.
I'll respond to him that someone did get a lease and they do have environmental approvals to do the work that they're doing over there. And he can check the records and it's on record. But I wouldn't give the person's name in the house, but there is someone who got the lease and they do have the environmental clearance to do what they're doing over there.
White questioned Lundy's response after he says Director of Environmental Protection and Planning, Rihanna Neely Murphy, told a local daily no approvals were given and the matter would be looked into.
How, in this 51st year of our nation, are we giving approvals to persons that continue to damage our environment on a act first, ask later basis? The director, the woman in charge of ensuring that the proper environmental plannings are in place to give approvals for any project, is now being represented by the member for South and Central Andros to have given approvals to this project, Mr. Deputy Speaker, after the pilings were embedded in a marine sea.
The chair recognized the
Meantime, State Minister Lundy tabled a copy of the approval of which ZNES also received. Well, given a rest, Education, Technical and Vocational Training Minister, the Honourable Glenys Hannah Martin's position on the Nassau Cruise Port's plan for a $35 million water park. The port's chief executive officer, Mike Moore, telling the Tribune last week that the planned attraction will create another 350 full-time jobs and that while construction has not begun, the approval process is well underway with plans to have the water park completed within a year and a half. The minister who addressed the issue in the House of Assembly was adamant the visitor experience is in Nassau among straw vendors, taxi drivers, and other entrepreneurs.
This huge, rich
cultural, dynamic, full expression of who we are in the port of Nassau. No, can't have Morgan's Bluff. And so, you know, I heard some talk about some water theme park. Please, please, give it a rest. Give it a rest. Let our people come through your dock. You could make your dock nice, no problem with that. Come into Nassau. Come into Nassau. And so I hope they heard me on that, because that, no, but see, the thing is, that is the cultural reality of who we are is out here. It's wherever you go out here. This is why you come to people's destination. We're a nation, not just a destination.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honourable Chester Cooper, says summer tourism numbers are showing strong signs and are actually ahead of last year's figures. Additionally, he says those numbers are driven based on the hard work by Team Tourism in promoting the best the Bahamas has to offer.
End of May, we were 13-14% ahead overall. We're anticipating this trend is going to continue. We're attracting 1 million a month on average. And if this average holds by the end of the year, we would have a 12 million arrivals. We're excited about this, not just because of the number itself, but because of the impact on the economy, money in the pockets of vendors and retailers and entrepreneurs.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report live from Atlantis. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news.
At Commonwealth Bank, we offer affordable and flexible choices to get you back to financial fitness. Our personalized debt consolidation solution is built to fit any financial situation. One easy-to-handle monthly payment reduces your monthly expenses and gets you back on track to savings. Life is great when you're not weighed down by debt. Consolidate and live your best life with Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking services.
Finger licking good.
Whether you need life insurance, an endowment plan, or health insurance, BAF has you for all stages of your life.
Bam! I got him! Cinema classic, y'all.
You see him? You see him? That's my dream man right there.
Listen, the only man I just dream about is Percy. Him and his pension plan just keep me smiling in my sleep. That's right. Percy get a pension plan where you could win up to $1,000 a week for a year.
Can you lie?
No, ma'am. Every time you deposit $20 on your verified Island Game account during July and August, you automatically enter to win one of 13 pensions. God, Percy is my dream man. Look at that. Look at that. Woo-hoo.
Did somebody say Percy?
On your account and ride the easy train at Percy's Island Gate.
Back into school.
It's getting hot in Marco's, and we're bringing the heat straight to your doorstep. We're giving you a fiery food experience like never before. For a limited time only, try our new sizzling fiery flavors featuring Reaper cheese on our fiery pozzolis, pizzas, cheesy bread, and pizza bowls. Can you handle it? Taste the heat and order one now at marcospizzabahamas.com.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
We turn our attention now to news from the police. A middle-aged serial offender shot and killed, leaving another family here in the capital grief-stricken as detectives get down to work searching for the killer. Our Desmond Saunders was on the scene.
A 51-year-old male was shot and killed in front of an apartment complex after 8 p.m. Tuesday night on Hannah Road off Joe Farrington Road. Officers arrived on the scene, finding the victim in his car with fatal gunshot wounds. Chief Superintendent of Police, Chris Skippings.
Information received is that the victim, a 51-year-old male, was inside his burgundy Nissan Cube. He was leaving the residence when two males emerged from a dark-colored Japanese vehicle, opened fire on the victim, shooting him multiple times. He succumbed to his injuries on scene. We are in the preliminary stages of our investigations, and we make an appeal to members of the public, especially those persons who reside in this immediate area. We're told the suspect's vehicle, left this area heading west on Hannah Road. And so we appeal to members of the public who may have been in this immediate area around that time. You may have seen a dark, small-colored Japanese vehicle leaving this area at a high rate of speed. We're asking you to reach out to the men and women of the Criminal Investigations Department or any police station and provide us with the information so that we can bring this matter to resolve within a relatively short period of time.
The victim's burgundy Nissan Cube riddled with bullets, and the search for the suspects continues. Chief Superintendent Skippings telling ZNS News the male victim had a bad rap sheet.
He was not outfitted with an ankle bracelet. We have seen him a couple times in our custody for drug possession and for traffic matters.
This ordeal takes a murder count to 65 for the year, and as investigations continue, an urgent appeal being made to end the bloodshed on the streets. Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
Meantime, Haitian Bahamian activist Louis Georges weighing in on the mysterious disappearance of Haitian rapper Jonathan Wens Desir. Desir, who goes by the stage name McCann's T, was in the Bahamas for a concert back in May and last seen July 4th. Georges telling ZNS News he's gotten countless calls from concerned relatives and community members, the diaspora, the United States, Europe, and Haiti, seeking more information on the matter.
It's just general concern. They're trying to find out where their family member could possibly be. Now, for them, they just want to know that, he's alive. And for others that may have had family members as part of the voyage would want to know that their family members are alive also. I don't have any particulars at this time as it relates to when, where, that sort of thing. Who, name of boat, I don't have any of those particulars. We just know that, there was a voyage, and this very, very, very famous Haitian artist was part of, was one of the persons who would have taken the chance or the risk to try to get to the United States of America.
And we can also tell you tonight that according to police, there is no official record of the Haitian rapper entering or leaving the country. However, a search is underway for the 32-year-old. Officers from the police and defense forces, as well as a Bahamas Air Sea Rescue, are searching Abaco waters. The artist was last seen performing at a local nightclub in celebration of Haitian Flag Day. Oh, we're still awaiting the official results of yesterday's Bahamas Communications and Public Officers Union election. Sources, though, informing our news team that union officials are still waiting on some Family Island numbers. What we do know is that unofficially, Sherry Benjamin was reelected as president. Kevin Burrows serves a second term as vice president, and Javette Monker returned to the BCPU as Secretary General. We understand there are still some races that are too close to call. This is a story we will continue to follow. We still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Hey, coming up in sports for tonight, our Bahamas Olympic team named. They're ready to head to Paris. Details ahead in sports.
If you see news in the making, call ZNS News at 502-3800 or email us at znsnews@gmail.com.
For the upcoming World Cruise Awards, Regional Marketing Director Maya Nottage laid out the case for why the Nassau Cruise Port deserves nothing less than first place in the category of Caribbean's best cruise terminal.
Right now, Nassau Cruise Port welcomed 4.4 million passengers in 2023. We were on track to welcome 5.6 million in 2024. And the way that we get those numbers is by improving and developing our cruise tourism product. This kind of international recognition is a testament to the hard work, sacrifice, and energy that so many people have put into our recent $300 million transformation. And so in order to enhance the product, to make delivery of cruise tourism services better in the Bahamas, we need to win these kinds of awards to show that the Bahamas is doing everything right, putting the Bahamas back on the map in the cruise tourism sector. Our success is really our community's success. And to that end, we'd like to thank first our cruise line partners for trusting us with their business, the Bahamas government, including the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, the Bahamas Customs Department, and Bahamas Immigration, and also our port partners, stevedores, tugboat operators, the tour excursion operators, hair braiders, retailers, taxi drivers. It really takes a village to make Nassau Cruise Port as successful as it should be. And by winning this award, we will be even more successful. So we thank everyone for their contributions, and we look forward to winning. We've made it very easy for everyone to vote. We want visitors, residents, Bahamians, everyone to show their support for Nassau Cruise Port. You can go to any of our social media accounts. Our handle is at Nassau Cruise Port. And once you go to our social media accounts, go into the bio section, you'll see a link. Click the link, enter your username and password in the website that comes up, and then simply click Vote Now for Nassau Cruise Port.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Joshua Robbins, and this is Tourism Today.
This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be extra.
What, eh?
Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you is?
I right here on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need your 25 cents no more.
Thanks, Michelle.
Hey, congratulations on your new promotion.
Even I was surprised.
What are you going to do with that new windfall of yours?
You mean like investing in stocks and bonds?
Yes, you might want to consider investing in mutual funds. Monies are pooled to invest in financial assets that fit your investment profile. Start your journey to financial freedom.
How do you know all this? What's Leno?
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Over a decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long, yet the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
All right, team, as a business, it is important for us to save money so y'all can get raises, bonuses, and maternity leave with pay. We need to become an energy efficient business. Suggestions?
Plant trees outside. It'll help to keep the building cool and clean the air, stop the heat before it hit the window.
But we have curtains and blinds though.
That's true. Strike one.
Okay. Laptops save more energy than desktops because desktops always plugged in. Plus, laptops have energy saving mode.
But I just be on my laptop all day and I still just be exhausted. So how that supposed to save us any energy?
That's true. Strike two. You talk.
Go paperless.
That's a great one. I need to write that down. Pen. Give me the pen. Give me the pen. How you think with these things, young man?
I just that good, boss.
SBDC encourages you to save energy and money.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Marcellus, no wonder Atlantis chose Paradise Island as its home. The weather, the water, the views, immaculate for the past 3 days.
Absolutely amazing, breathtaking, if you will. I can't say anything else other than that.
It surely is. Remember now, we're willing to let you in on all the fun. You too can join in on all this at Atlantis, but to do so, you have to answer tonight's trivia question.
And drum roll, please. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to answer this question right here. Name 3 Bahamians who are or have served as hotel general managers at Atlantis.
Well, one of the initiatives Atlantis is most proud of is its Priority Club program, which creates discount opportunities for local companies and vendors needing the services of the resort. As Corville Python reports, it's like earning Sky Miles for local businesses.
The Atlantis brand is now world famous, and its breathtaking properties draw thousands from all around the world to Paradise Island each year. Not to mention the countless events the resort plays host to and the backdrop it plays in film, print, and television. It has easily become among the world's most recognizable images, and while Atlantis holds its own on the global stage, it hasn't forgotten its roots firmly planted here in the Bahamas. And that's where the resort's Priority Club program comes in.
The Priority Club was designed to focus on the local businesses and companies. And what it is a sign-up program where every local company gets the opportunity to sign up free. And with that, you get to, as you book, the main focus of it is booking room nights.
Ted Adderley is the resort's vice president of sales.
So within all of the hotels, we have great discounted room rates, and it's for mainly companies who have people coming in from out island or the United States or anywhere else, and they get to utilize the resort. Also with meetings, food and beverage, lunches, etc.
And those points can be used for an array of things offered at Atlantis' properties.
So with that, every room night booked, you can earn points. And you can burn those points, pool passes, lunches, dinners, or a stay if you gain enough points. And I always make the joke, as long as you don't want to snow ski and you want to come to Sunshine and Sea, we actually have it. It starts with Paradise Island. You come over a bridge onto your own island. We have arguably the best beaches of Nassau Paradise Island. So it already sets itself up for an incredible infrastructure.
Local companies understand that the Atlantis is an iconic brand offering an experience unlike any other. They also understand that by sending their clients to visit here, it is almost a guarantee that they won't leave disappointed. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
All right, thanks, Corvell. Well, tonight we take you inside Dolphin Key. It's a sanctuary where dolphins and humans interact and forge a connection. Devontae Hanna got the chance to explore the property, which fosters both conservation, education, and fun.
Kushla, it seems as if every day at Atlantis brings a new activity and a brand new experience, and tonight is no different. We're going beneath the waves at Dolphin Key to interact with one of the world's most intelligent ocean species. You probably guessed it right, the dolphins. And of course, we're going to find out exactly how Dolphin Key has become a hub for thrill seekers and conservationists who are looking to preserve our environment. Check it out. It was a big splash at Dolphin Key at Atlantis Paradise Island as we joined the Swim and Wonder program, giving us a deep water dive with dolphins and even giving us the ability to feel real speed. That's Director of Marine Mammal Operations Enrico Haley, who made clear that that is just one of the many programs by Dolphin Key, which could see up to 1,000 guests per day.
Other than that, we have more low-key, laid-back programs, such as our Playtime with Dolphin experience. If you're not too keen getting in the water, you can just stay ankle-deep in the Rise and Shine program. If you want to learn more about vet stuff, we have a Sea Life Vet program where you get to shadow along with our vet for the day. If you want to learn about young dolphins or young sea lions, we have a Flukes and Flippers program that focuses just on our young and how they learn.
Created in 2007, Dolphin Key became a safe harbor in the wake of devastation. Today, a walk through the facility gives you the ability to witness the training of 36 dolphins and 7 sea lions.
Gulfport, Mississippi was destroyed by Hurricane Katrina, washing all 17 dolphins out to sea. These dolphins needed a home, so that's why Dolphin Key was built, basically to house these original animals. And not only is there dolphins and sea lions, but we also have macaws, and then, of course, the live ecosystem, which comprises of thousands of fish, conch, lobsters, groupers, etc., which really helps stimulate the animals mentally as much as we can.
With a vet on staff, dozens of employees and trainers, the Dolphin Key animals are given some of the best treatment in the region.
We're the only marine mammal rehabilitation center in the Bahamas. So if you're stranded marine mammals, such as a manatee or a dolphin, anywhere on the 700 islands, we'll actually send down a seaplane, pick that animal up, bring it back here to Dolphin Key, where we have a separate water system.
Well, there are certainly so many activities for you to do at Dolphin Key, but if you're not a fan of the dolphins, of course, there are still stingrays, there are turtles, and there's this big, large aquarium that sits in the middle of the Royal Towers that we get to see every single day that we walk past it here at Atlantis. And just like that waterfall that you see in your background, we're going to enjoy the rest of the night and just chillax. Tonight is going to be so much fun, and of course, we can't wait to take you with us. Back to you, Makushla.
Well, thanks, Devontae. Now, one of the people tasked with ensuring that Atlantis stays on top of its A game is a man who's no stranger to hotel management. The property's vice president and general manager of the Royal Towers, Jackson Beach. Mr. Beach, welcome to the Bahamas tonight.
Thank you. Thank you, Makishla.
Mr. Beach, no dispute. Tourism is big business. It accounts for 70% of our GDP, 50% of the working population. It's everybody's business, as the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism tell us over and over again. How do you describe the impact and importance of Atlantis to our top industry?
Significant, significant. About 30 years ago, the whole Atlantis genesis began, as it were. We're the largest resort casino complex in the Caribbean, certainly in the Bahamas. We've placed into the local community, by way of visitors in the first instance, a third of all of over the course of the last 20 years, 25 years, that is, a third of all visitor arrivals are attributed to Atlantis. Individuals, guests visiting the Bahamas, $20 billion is associated with that, again, with visitors who are coming directly to Atlantis. In terms of governmental remittances and monies that we pass through as by way of doing business, that's another $3.8 billion. Huge, it's significant. But more importantly for us, insofar as the economic impact is concerned, it relates to what we do vis-a-vis employment. There's 6,000 team members and associates associated with the Atlantis Resort. That's huge. Very, very significant. That's direct. There is also then, what trails that are the indirect, as it were, associations by way of what happens with all the visitors that come here. And that is the transportation concerns, that is the transportation, that is retail and associated construction.
You speak of a success story, if I may say so myself. What do you think, without giving away any of Atlantis' secrets, that is, what do you think bring us in some more why Atlantis is so successful?
I think there are two things. The first thing is, of course, the core of what we do, and that is it's about people. Our largest and our finest asset here is our team members. It's truly our team members who drive this thing called tourism, the deliverance of service on a day-to-day basis that makes it exceptional for us. You then couple that with an exceptional product, a physical product that is first class. We're continually updating, placing back into it. You put those two things together, and we've had really, really good success. Again, it's our people, it's our talent, and it's the physical product that we're committed to, and we continue to, as it were, just reinvent.
Now, truth is, there are few Bahamian general managers of properties of such large scale. To the young people out there who are aspiring to one day sit where you now sit, what advice would you give them?
I'd say work hard. I'd say work hard in the first instance. Let's make sure that we get the educational component of it taken care of. Ideally, one would otherwise have a degree in hospitality management, business, honor and associated subject matter. And then, more importantly, get as much experience as you can vis-a-vis the actual hands-on. That is, by way of internships in a resort, any type of practical application that you may be able to immerse yourself in, and then, as if it is possible, international exposure. That's the secret to it. I tell people all the time, if I could do it, then certainly anyone else can do it. It just requires a lot of commitment, a lot of time, and really, really a focus on providing the best at all times.
Well, you just heard some very good advice there from the Vice President and General Manager of the Royal Towers here at Atlantis, Mr. Jackson Weech. And Mr. Weech, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report.
Are you a business with 3 or more vehicles looking for the perfect fueling solution? Well, look no further.
I can go into any Rubis service station and get fast and easy service without any form of payment.
I can top up my fuel account and generate reports anytime online.
We at Wildflowers enjoy significant savings from fraud reduction. The Rubis system provides optimum security and peace of mind.
Email bahamassales@rubis-bahamas.com to sign up now.
With specials as hot as the weather, shop and save at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Kraft macaroni and cheese, 7 1/4 ounce, 2 for $2.39. Libby's Vienna sausage, 4.6 ounce, $1.19. Best value whole kernel corn, 15 ounce, 99 cents. Iceberg lettuce, $2.49 each. Turkey wings, $1.99 per pound. Red Hot savings all summer long at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Well, 3 young entrepreneurs on the island of Exuma recently completed the first ever Tourism Development Corporation's Venture Pitch Competition. Corval Python reports how the trio walked away with some cash and a whole lot more.
Exuma MP, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism Chester Cooper on hand in Exuma for the first ever Venture Pitch Competition hosted by the Tourism Development Corporation.
In Exuma, importantly though, that Exuma is just the first place that this is being done. It's going to happen in Grand Bahama, in Abaco and New Providence in the first round, and thereafter it will extend across the islands of the Bahamas.
The program allows entrepreneurs and those aspiring to start up a business an opportunity at earning funding up to $10,000. Ian Ferguson, the CEO of the TDC, says in addition to that, participants get training and support.
This program that started last year was designed to provide technical support, and so every one of the participants in the 4 participating islands in this first phase would have gotten the 6 weeks of business training and certification through the University of the West Indies. They would have gotten the business plan, the financial plan, coaching. They would have received, all of them, a website, a free website, e-commerce capable website. And, of course, in addition to that, they would also receive some assistance towards some accident insurance or some waiver program.
The top 3 finalists in this first phase were Jeanette Moss Bullard, Leonardo Rule, and Taj Smith. They took home $10,000, $8,000, and $6,000 respectively.
And I wanted to expand. I wanted to be able to reach a greater market.
And so we are taking part in this initiative, hoping that we can get a grant just to help us along the way with some of those needs so we can improve our customer service here.
It was important because, you know, one thing about us Bahamians, we have great ideas, but we just don't have the resources to get those ideas to the finish line.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Python.
Well, it's now time for a check on Family Island weather, and for that, as always, we turn to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Basil?
Good evening, Makisha. This is day 3 of our live in the northwestern parts of our country tonight. We can expect the winds to be out of the south, and this will continue right into Thursday, 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. Low tide that will occur at 12 minutes past midnight, and for the central and southeastern islands through Thursday, southeast winds, they're going to be a little stronger though. 15 to 20 knots, so caution flags are in place for boaters in the central and southeastern islands into Thursday. As we take you into Friday, in the northwest and central islands, the winds are southeast, increasing in speeds, 12 to 18 knots, the wave heights building 3 to 6 feet, so we'll post caution flags for the northwest and central Bahamas on Friday. Now, the high tide, that will take place at 6:37 in the morning with the low tide at 12:40 in the afternoon. And for the southeast Bahamas on Friday, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, wave heights very choppy at 4 to 7 feet over the ocean, so caution flags are also in play for the southeast Bahamas on Friday. That's going to do it for your boat forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
plus 1 is 11. They say we living in a dog world, but I tell them say all good dogs.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
We here at Cannabis Security offer a varied range of security services, including guard service. We do armored service, we do pre-employment investigation, background checks, also vet people for employment. A live business hosted PBX is extremely important to our operation. I don't have to be in my office. I can easily get connected with our clients, my vendors, my Nassau office, and with our employees in the field, anytime, anywhere.
Man, I thought retirement would have slowed you down.
It's the island life, son. Living in paradise.
Must be nice. Can't wait until it's my turn, if that day ever comes.
My financial planner has provided me with solutions for my future. Pension, retirement, and even property management.
So who helped you with all this?
Let's go, son. 2 more miles.
What's Leno?
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while doing my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
Well, welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall, checking out the facilities here at the Atlantis Resort, as we're right now in their fitness center, which is pretty good considering that our team Bahamas is now going to their final fitness test, getting ready to head on down to Paris. Now, yesterday, the Bahamas Olympic Committee named their squad. Let's take a closer look.
Well, after weeks of anticipation and build-up, the Bahamas Olympic Committee officially naming the 20-member team that will represent the Bahamas in Paris at this year's Summer Olympic Games. The BOC making the reveal yesterday at an event dubbed the Gateway to Paris, held in the foyer of the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium. A look at the team. Representing the Bahamas will be Anton Andrews, reigning Olympic 400-meter champion Stephen Gardner, Terrence Jones, Ian Kerr, Wani McCoy, Wendell Miller, Ken Mullings, Alonzo Russell, Donald Thomas, Tanisha Cartwright, world record holder Devin Charlton, Shawnee Miller-Weibo, Rima Otaber, Charisma Taylor, Giovanni Walcott, Zion Miller, Lamar Taylor, Renishka Gibbs, 16-year-old Shania Adderley, and Quincy Penn. As far as coaches, we understand that May Miller, Corrington Maycock, and James Roll will make up the track staff, and the head coach will officially be named at a later date. For swimming, the coach there will be Trevano McPhee, while the chef de mission will be Carl Hepburn. Now, obviously, the main story emerging from the naming of the team was the addition of 16-year-old Shania Adderley, was a part of the Bahamas' mixed 4x4 team that qualified at the World Relays. In the process, Adderley would become the youngest Olympian in Bahamian history. But, of course, the selection process not without controversy, as despite being a part of that team, the BOC electing to override the B3A's recommendations of another athlete with a faster time. BOC President Ramel Fish-Knowles on the decision.
I think it's the right thing to do. I think sometimes you have processes and you have procedures, but you have to listen to your conscience. You have to listen when the Bahamas is talking. You know, I understand it was a very difficult decision for the B3As, And I want to apologize to my friend Dramico because I know that he caught some stuff. But the reality is that when we look at the relay itself and the little, you have to understand there's a backstory behind the little girl and how she got on that team. I won't go into that. I'll leave that for the beach race to say. But the whole thing was, we feel in the Bahamas Olympic Committee that she earned that position and earned the right to go to the Olympic Games.
Knowles adding that the choice was indeed not an easy one, but the gravity of Athol's performance at the World Relays and stepping up when the country needed her the most was the ultimate selling point.
I prayed, or actually I cried even, that the beach race would see the wisdom. I understand the three fastest, but none made the qualifying mark. And so you got to go back to the person who got you there. I mean, and if it wasn't for her, we would be in the envious position of going to the Olympic Games in the mixed relay. That have to weight something. That's a lot of weight.
Now, as for the rest of the team and when they will arrive in Paris, Knowles gave reporters this bit of information.
Most of our athletes don't live here, so they live abroad, so they'll be leaving from abroad. But there will be a chef meeting with the chef de mission and the team leader, and that's when really the prep talk begins. The preparation, the mental acute awareness, that's when all that will take place. And they will get there days in advance of the games, if they wish, and that's when everything will happen.
And of course, the 2024 Paris Summer Olympic Games set to start July 26th and will run until August 11th. For Athol Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
Now, there is a bit of controversy following the release of the names of the team that heads to Paris. Eleuthera Cooper, who was originally expected to be on the team, has now since been removed and replaced by youngster Shania Adley. We spoke to Eleuthera Cooper, who did not initially receive the news well, and got her thoughts on what she felt upon hearing the news.
When I find out, I was hurt for real because I know I work hard to get where I is right now, and then based off I feel like based off favoritism or whatever, they take me off. But I'm not discouraged because the first time this happened, I couldn't go because of COVID, but now this time I can go. I don't feel no way. I just feel like I could work harder next time, for whatever they decide.
Now, Cooper also spoke about Shania being selected.
She did a good job when she ran our relays. I feel like she stepped up. But now, I just feel like they letting her take my spot or something. Good. I'm okay. I feel like younger me when I was 16, I would have been snotty, crying. But now, I just realized stuff like this just happened to people. Just move on. Ain't nothing else I could do. I feel like they should carry all of us. I feel like they shouldn't leave nobody behind. First off, before all of this, I've been saying they should carry Shania from the beginning, even before I come top 3 or whatever. But not when I come top 3, I still say they should carry her because she's young and she would love the experience she needed. So yeah.
Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, also weighing in on the controversy.
The ministry itself does not have the authority to intervene in decisions that are made by federations or the Bahamas Olympic Committee. It is my understanding that the B3A makes recommendation based on qualification standards to the BOC on the naming of the team. The BOC, who has the final say, is the body that ratifies the team with the final list. I understand that there were some changes. I did speak to Ms. Cooper's mother last night, and like I said to her, I will have a conversation to find out exactly what really happened. But it is not the government. Politics, politicians, and the government must stay out of the business of federations. That's the international rule when it comes to these federations. Myself, being a former president of a federation, understands that. And so it's important that we either going to accept the decisions that they made and get a understanding of it.
Of course, with the controversy coming down, Bahamas Olympic Committee receiving the brunt of the controversial effects. Speaking on behalf of the organization, Romel Fish knows on why they made the decision and what will be the alternative now moving forward.
It's unfortunate that we found ourselves in this very difficult set of circumstances, but we acted on the facts and the evidence that was before us. I have spoken to the family of Eleuthera. I've spoken to Eleuthera herself, and we are making preparations for her to enjoy the Olympic experience.
Meanwhile, the Bahamas with a darts team headed out to Jamaica today. Montego Bay, Jamaica, to be exact. Our national darts team will be competing over the next few days where they hope to make quite an impact. We spoke to the coaching staff earlier this week, and they do indeed feel as if this team will do exceedingly well and return home with the championship in tow.
Bahamas 242, Jamaica, here we go.
All right, so that's your check on sports for you here on this beautiful Wednesday. Of course, our Wednesday weather forecast is just ahead. Stay with us.
And store the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Kellogg's serving-size cereals are sorted 24-ounce, $6.69. Distinction evaporated milk, 14-ounce, $1.19. Sweet peaches, $1.99 per pound. Olivia vegetable and canola oil, 48-ounce, $4.99. Whole chicken wings, $1.79 per pound. Red Hot savings all summer long at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
I like records great. I like John Cano. Oh, with a collect gold and a right love for my boat. Yeah, I like Johnny K. Yeah, where my fish do. What I don't need all that bird. That don't make a show. Yeah, I like the beach, but I don't go in water. Just grab me a collect. That's the bear of the Bahamas. I like to go down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
In our final look at whether the Sahara dust across the northwest Bahamas, well, that's backing away, and that will lead the way for the arrival of 1 or 2 passing showers over the next couple of days. But this dust will remain in place over the southeast Bahamas and the Atlantic, keeping a suppression on any kind of tropical cyclone development over the next 5 to 6 days. Now, our satellite pictures once again showing very little activity happening over the Bahamas, and that's because high pressure is in control of our weather. Our forecast for tonight is going to shape up like this. Breezy conditions in the evening with the thunderstorms possible later on tonight, turning partly cloudy and warm with a low temperature of 81 degrees. Now, tomorrow, we're looking at breezy conditions once again in the morning hours, a mixed bag of clouds and sunshine with more sun than cloud. And once again, there can be an isolated shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon with a high temperature of 90 degrees. Now, your extended weather forecast over the next 7 days, we're going to have those isolated stuff into Friday, but for the greater part of the day, the weather's going to be very cooperative. But as we head into the weekend, we will see an increase in clouds, showers and thunderstorms working their way into the forecast. Some of those will become heavy at times. So we're asking anyone participating in any outdoor activity on the weekend, well, you will have to think twice about that.
Well, thanks, Basil. Now, the sun has set on another beautiful day here at Atlantis. You soaking up all the sun and the fun with the dolphins and sea lions.
And turtles.
And the gym rat here took straight to the gym.
Curling.
I just remember the crocodile guy. So I don't go near the stingrays. Give it that.
But it's time now, before we leave, to announce the big winner of the night.
Ooh. All right, just to remind you of the question, name 3 Bahamians who have or are serving as hotel general managers here at Atlantis. And the winner is none other than Takura Oliver. So you have won. Collect your prize at the nearest location. I don't know where that is, but okay, congratulations. Great job.
And whatever that prize, Takura, please remember us. Remember us. Any one of us. But that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here, thank you for watching, and good night.
Good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.